Established assumption of modern science. Whenever a body revolves in a circular shape, it is averse to the center. Turn a stone around yourself, having tied it to a rope. It will stand to lose itself and go away. As much you revolve it fast, that much more it will want to loosen itself and will use more force to get loose. If it gets loose, it will go the straight way, and as much forcefully you had revolved it, with that much force it will fall away at the much more distance. This is the repulsion of the stone against the center. Here, the repulsion is taken from for granted without any proof, and the analogy of the stone is unagreeable. It is only the effect of your defense that you see its power against the opposite. As a matter of fact, neither the stone has any repulsion against a man or the center, nor it has attraction for them. It is not at all the repulsion of the stone in respect of the types of the corrosive motion. For the purpose of research, we would like to exclude all the forces that, in proportion to the motion, affect the body as the corrosive agent. Hence, in the first division, these are two. One is the causative factor mover, and the other one is the resistor or the restrainer, which may not allow the motion to increase. For example, stop with your hand the slipping stone. Again, the mover or the causative factor has two types. The first one is the attraction, which may bring the moving object the side of the corrosive. For example, it may pull the stone toward itself, and the other stone is that which may throw the stone towards the mover. May it be just as moving away the body from the restrainer, as is evident, or may it be to make it closer. For example, in this, take A for a man's place. C is the place of the stone. The man strikes the stone with a stick and throws it to B from C. It is not the attraction. Otherwise, if it were the attraction, it would have brought the stone on the direction of CA. On the contrary, is went to be B in the direction of CB. Is it a different direction? So this would be called your repulsion. Now you see the stone is now nearer to the man being at B point rather than being at the point of C, because AB is the perpendicular side and AC the hypotenuse, and AB smaller than AC. So in respect of the attraction and the disjunction, there are two types, and the conclusion is that out of these two types of forces, the repulsion has the duty to keep the body at a particular altitude while it is in motion. Next, for example, you may bring the stone towards yourself, keeping it just touching the earth, or push it ahead. In respect of the point of positive and negative, it is of two types, of which one is that to take away the moving body to reach its destination. The modest of them has to maintain the mediocrity in respect of the unity and the diversity of the line of the motion. These two are of two types. One is the translatory. It has to change the line of the motion. For example, in this figure, a stone is thrown from A towards C. Will it is on its way and has reached point B, is struck with a stick and is directed towards E. This will be translatory reflection. In this motion, when the stone has reached a point D, it was pulled towards the direction of R. This force may be called the translatory attraction, and it is thrown towards C, and it is pulled down to by A by the direction of B. Then this action will be up to B, called positive resistor, as it was taken away from the sum line. When it returns from B, it will be called positive attraction because it brought the body, stone, on the same line. Thus, all these have totaled to 13. Out of these, in one type, when the stone is revolved around the head and thrown away, and it is over, the attraction has nothing to do with, because it has not to attract it and bring it towards itself, but only restrict it is its purpose. Out of the remaining 7, only 4 forces are working her. One is the resistor or the restrainer, and the other 3 are repulsive, prohibitory, lifter, and translatory. Threw away the stone to such a distance that the rope is tightened and stretched fully. This will be the prohibitory. Keep your hand raised to that is should not fall down on the ground. It will be lifter. Keep your hand revolving around your head so that the line of motion go on changing time to time. This will be translatory force. Let these powers be constant so that the rope may not get loose and it may not come towards earth, and also it should not stop having stretched to one side, and it is how the force of repulsion is working, and its duty is to keep giving the body motion of a straight line. Hence, it is bound to go to the same direction from the first type of repulsion, and at every translatory point it may take again the same straight direction. But the rope which the prohibitory force had kept tightened and the lifter has kept it raised, and the translatory power that is changing its course, all of them are bent upon not to allow it go ahead. Helplessly, all the repulsive and translatory forces are restricted to this limit, and the man who is her center is at the same distance every time. This is the resistor or the restrainer whose work is taken in the guise of a rope. It formed the shape of a circle. Suppose it is force of attraction is just nothing but ignorance and madness. The attraction has nothing to do actually. Attraction means centripetal force, and there is nothing in the stone such as attraction or repulsion. On the contrary, here are the forces of restrainer and the repulsive. There will be as much resistance as much power you apply to revolve the stone, and it will be taken for granted that the stone is going away with that much power. Although it is not its urge to do so, or not its own power to do so, but it is the power of your resistance to which you are supposing the power of repulsion.